Hello students, how are you? How your studies are going on? Your teacher Vikram Singh Chauhan is back here to explain you how to solve exercise 1.3. Concept for solving this exercise is already explained by me in my previous videos, and now in this video I will explain the solution of each and every question. Okay, so pay attention in the video and see it in a very proper way. Okay students, now see question number 1. Write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. It means in this question, first of all we have to divide it, and after division we have to tell by seeing the decimal expansion that which kind of decimal expansion it is having. This had been explained by me in my last video that decimal expansion is of two types, terminating or non-terminating. And in case of non-terminating, we again have two types, non-terminating repeating and non-terminating non-repeating decimal expansion. As in question number 1, 36 upon 100, we will divide 36 by 100 and we will get the answer as 0.36. It means this division is over, so we will say it is having the terminating decimal expansion. Okay, now see part second. In part second we have to divide 1 by 11, so first of all we will divide it and we will get the division as 0.09090909 dot dot dot. These dot 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 means this division is not over, it is non-terminating decimal expansion. Okay, and one thing more, 09090909, after the decimal place it is showing that it is having the repetition, so we will say it is non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Understood? Now see question number 2. Now students, question number 2 is saying you know that 1 upon 7 equal 0.142857 bar. It means 142857 after decimal it is repeating itself. Okay, it means 0.142857, 142857, 142857 dot 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 dot. Can you predict what the decimal expansion of 2 upon 7, 3 upon 7, 4 upon 7, 5 upon 7, 6 upon 7 are without actually doing the long division? If so, how? It means we have to find out the answer of 2 upon 7, 3 upon 7, 4 upon 7, but we have to find out the answer without division, means we must not divide them. So how to do it? See, in the solution, 2 upon 7 means 2 into 1 upon 7, right? 1 upon 7 value we have. Okay, so in place of 1 upon 7 we will put its value, so it will become 2 into 0.142857. and then we will multiply the whole number by 2, and in return we will get the answer 0.285714 bar. Understood? In this way we will get the answer of division of 2 upon 7 without doing the long division process. Okay, in the same way you have to find out answers of 3 upon 7, 4 upon 7, 5 upon 7 and 6 upon 7. Okay, now see question number 3. In question number 3, it is saying express the following in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0. In this question, we are having 3 parts. First part is 0.6 bar, second part is 0.47 bar, and third part is 0.001 bar. How to solve these kind of questions is explained by me in my video by the help of examples of NCERT book. In the same way you have to convert these numbers in the form P upon Q. Okay, let me just revise some concept. In the first question it is 0.6 bar, it means it is 0.666 dot dot dot. So first of all we will put x equals to 0.6 bar, means x will be equals to 0.666 dot 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 dot, and this will give equation number 1. Now since one digit is repeating, so we will multiply in equation 1 by 10 on both sides. Remembering, if one digit is repeating we have to multiply by 10 on both sides. If 2 digit is repeating then we have to multiply by 100, and if 3 digit is repeating then we have to multiply by 1000 on both sides. In this case, only one digit is repeating, so we will multiply in equation 1 by 10 on both sides. It means it will become 10x equals 6.666 dot dot dot. Okay. Now we have to subtract equation first from equation second. Okay. So 10x minus x equals 6.6 bar minus 0.6 bar. So we will get, in left hand side we will get 9x, in right hand side we will get 6. So the value of x will be 6 upon 9, which on simplification give answer 2 upon 3. Okay. In the same way you have to do part second and part third. Like let me explain you part third more. In part third, we have to convert 0.001 bar into form P upon Q. So first of all, we will put it equals to x. Bar is on 001. Okay, it means 001 is repeating itself. So we can write it 0.001 dot dot dot. Since 3 digits are repeating in this question, so we have to multiply by 1000 on both sides. Okay. So in left hand side we will get 1000x, in right hand side we will get 1.001 dot dot dot. It means 1.001 bar. So we have to subtract by giving it number second. We have to subtract equation first from equation second, as I had explained you in part first. In this question, if you will see in solution, one thing is done. In place of 1.001 bar, it is break. How? 1 plus 0.001 bar, and in place of 0.001 bar here, we have substituted the value x. So it is a second method. It's better you must do it by the help of first method. First method means by the method of subtraction, equation first from equation second. Both are correct. Okay. Now see question number 4. In question number 4, it is said express 0.999999 dot 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 in the form P upon Q. Are you surprised by your answer? With your teacher and classmate, discuss why the answer makes sense. See, in this question again you have to do the same thing as what we had done in question number 3. We have to express 0.99999 dot 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 in the form P upon Q. So we will do it in the same way as we had done in the form question number 3. Okay. Now come on question number 5. Question 5 is saying, what can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? Perform the division to check your answer. It is just like question number 1. You have to do the division. Okay. If you want to do this question, you can do it, or you can leave this question. It is just like question number 1. Okay. Now come on question number 6. Question number 6 is saying, look at several examples of rational numbers in the form P upon Q, Q is not equals to 0, where P and Q are integers with no common factors other than 1 and having terminating decimal representations. Can you guess what property Q must satisfy? This question is asking that you have seen many fractions in the form P upon Q, just like 7 upon 16, 24 upon 25, 53 upon 100. In this, all the fractions, one thing is common. If I will do the factors of denominator, means of 16, of 25, of 100, they will come only in the multiples of 2 and 5. It means that if the factors of denominator are in terms of prime 5, prime 2 or prime 2 and 5, then only that fraction is having the terminating decimal expansion. Understood? Now come on question number 7. Question number 7 is saying, write 3 numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating, non-recurring. This thing I had told you in my video, that how you have to write irrational numbers. Okay, I had told you some formats, so do this question by yourself. Okay, now come on question number 8. Question number 8 is saying, write 3 different irrational numbers between the rational numbers 5 upon 7 and 9 upon 11. This is same as like the NCERT example done by me in my video, in which I had explained the concept. Okay, so you have to do this question in the same way. First of all, you have to find out the decimal expansion of 5 upon 7 and 9 upon 11, and after finding the decimal expansion, you have to just write down 3 irrational numbers which comes between them. Okay, now come on question number 9. Question number 9 is saying classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. Part first is root 23. If we will find out the decimal expansion of root 23, then it will come as a non-terminating, non-repeating, so it is an irrational number. Second part, root 225. 225 is square of 15. It means from square root 15 will come outside, and 15 means 15 upon 1, so it is a rational number. Third part, 8.37%. 8.37% means if we will remove percentage sign, 100 will come in denominator, and then we can write it as a terminating decimal expansion. So this is a rational number. In part 4, 7.478 ... it means it is a non-terminating repeating type decimal expansion, so it is a rational number. Part 5th, 1.1010001000 means this part is having non-terminating, non-repeating, non-recurring decimal expansion, so it is an irrational number. Understood? So complete this exercise in a proper way. In my next video I will explain exercise 1.4. Don't forget to subscribe this channel, because whenever you want to see my any previous video, you can go to the channel directly, and from the playlist you can see the selected video. Okay, thank you very much. Don't waste your time, keep studying.